Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about BIG49277 from Eduard. It's a 1/48 scale collection of various accessory sets, and we are going to talk about this product which is under the number BIG49277. It is designed for S-2E in 1/48 scale, and it should be handy with a Kinetic kit in the scale which I just mentioned, so it will be interesting to see what is actually included here and why this set should be handy for your big build. So first of all, packaging here is quite standard. It's a large cardboard envelope. Here on the rear side you can see also some examples of these sets being installed on the model, and if I zoom in you will be able to see a detailed list of the items which are inside. So we have 6 sets inside, and we have one for a Bombay, undercarriage, exterior, interior, seat belts made out of steel, and of course some masks which are really necessary for such type of the aircraft. And now we should zoom out a bit, flip it over. Here we have everything sealed with the tape, so that's why I will need a knife in order to open it, and then we will talk about the contents in a bit more detailed, let's say, format, because we will be checking actually what is supplied there. And BIG49277, why they're, let's say, handy for modelers, because they offer the chance to get all the accessories for a bit more attractive price. They usually are more efficient, around like 30%, so they help you to save some money. And this is really, I would say, handy thing, especially if you plan to use all of these accessories. Why not to get them all at once? And that's why I try to show more of these big ads so that everybody knows what they get in such nice envelopes. So okay, first of all I will show you all these sets, and then we will be going one by one, just like in the previous reviews of this product, let's say. So here it is. You can see that we have 6 sets, and I'm going to start with masks. So packaging here is quite standard. Here you can see them closer. Let's zoom in a bit. Maybe I will align my cutting mat. So it's a set EX326. It also means that you can get it separately, but as I said, if you get it in a BIG49277, you get it for a bit more efficient price, even if you have a Rocket Fighter Bunny Club membership. So I'm taking out the mask sheet. So masks are pre-cut. This is a typical Eduard product. Here you can see them, and from what I can notice, there should be handy with the clear parts. And as far as I remember, Kinetic kit does not feature any masks, so that's why this accessory set will be handy. And of course we have application manual, so you will have to use liquid masks as well, so be ready for that, but that's not a problem in my opinion. And here you can see it's empty. So now these are masks only for wheels, I mean for the canopy, not for the wheels. Next we continue with seat belts in a steel variant. So it's a set FE1136. Again, it's a resealable plastic bag, so it should be quite, I would say, easy to open. Just give me a second. Well, I jinxed it, and now it's not that easy to open. Okay, so here it is. I'm opening it right now. And here we have quite small steel thread. So I mean, the name is quite self-explanatory. You get the steel belts, and that's pretty much all. Of course they are pre-painted, so they are ready to be used straight away out of the package. And why they're handy? Because they're quite thin, as you can see, so they will be easier to wrap around the plastic parts, so that's definitely a good thing. And next we continue with manual. So the whole installation process should be quite easy. You just install it on the pilot seat and you're good to go. Of course you have to glue together these various paddings on the seat belts, but this is not a difficult task in my opinion. Just be sure to have the CA glue. Next we continue with an exterior set. So here it is. It's a set 481039, and as you can see we have 1 and 2 PE threads. So I'm going to open it right now because it's quite interesting to see what is actually tackled in exterior of this aircraft. And they're relatively many parts, I would say. Surprisingly big amount of various elements. So just give me a second to take them out. Okay, so first of all I would like to start with the first PE thread. Here it is, and as I said, there are two of them, so here is the second one. And I'm not sure about this part, so we will have to check the assembly manual because they look like they will be used for the engine, but who knows, maybe they will be applied somewhere else. And here you can take a closer look at all these parts. Some of them are really tiny, even though this is a 1/48 scale, so be ready for that. And the same applies to this PE thread, a lot of thin parts as well, so it's a bit tricky thing to assemble, but the final result should be worth it. Next we continue with application manual, so here it is, or installation manual if you prefer. So yes, we will be actually upgrading the engine parts. Here you can see it on the second step. And next we proceed with various minor features on the wing, and there are a lot of them, surprisingly, so be sure to install all these parts into the right spots. Note that some parts will require special, let's say, treatment with a metal ball in order to get them a bit more 3D-ish. And here we continue with more parts on the tail area, so again a lot of external bits such as access panels and some other lines. We also have antennas here and also some parts on the nose section. So I will leave it here for a second. Let's zoom out a bit, because next we have another set. I will show it for a moment. It's a bomb base set 48699. As you can see, we have only one PE thread, but it is surprisingly heavy, so I'm going to open it right now and we will take a closer look together in order to understand what is actually giving such weight. But no, there is only one PE thread. I thought there is something hidden inside, but no, only one PE thread. So let's remove this assembly manual here. And we start with this PE thread. So it is unpainted. It will be used for a bomb bay, which is not that detailed on the original plastic kit. That's why Eduard decided to upgrade it with metal parts. And that's really cool idea because it will provide you with extra features. But you will have to think through how to expose all this stuff, because it will be a pity to upgrade it and then hide it. Just some... I mean, I know many modders who are actually contemplating on this. Next we continue with installation guide. So here you'll have to do a lot of bending and gluing a lot of thin parts and small parts. And do not underestimate all this procedure, because as you can see, a lot of small bits going here and there. It will require some time and patience. And here, by the way, you can see the installation of all this stuff into the plastic parts. By the way, it will be combined with the plastic doors, but you have to do some slight modifications in order to fit them all together. But I guess this is not such a difficult thing to do. Next we continue with Undercarriage Detailing Set. So it's also PE set, and it's also, let's say, based on the unpainted PE thread. But as the name tells us, it will be handy for upgrading the landing gear of this aircraft. So I'm taking it out at the moment, so just give me a second. First of all, we have this unpainted PE thread, as I said before, so all wheel wells will be actually getting this metal treatment, and this is really cool because it will give you some extra features on the surface inside. And next we continue with installation manual. So here you can see that even landing gear legs, they will get their upgrade. Here you can see it closer. Next we continue with this landing gear doors. They're also getting some PE parts. And on the opposite side you'll find assembly process for various landing gear base. And also landing gear doors, as you can see, they will require some slight modifications, but again, this is not such a difficult task to do, especially if you are working with such model. And last but not the least is this interior set 49111, actually 113.5. And as you can see, we have two PE threads. Here's one and here is the second one, so I'm going to open it right now. And we will check what we'll get the metal replacement with help of these PE parts. So just give me a second. Okay, so first PE fret, and then we go with the second one, and then there is also assembly manual in the middle. Okay, so first of all I would like to show you pre-painted PE thread, because it also features glazing on dials. Here you can see it, and this is a really crucial feature in a 1/48 scale, which should look quite nice in the finished state. But again, you have to think how to expose it on the finished model, because this aircraft is kind of tricky to show the finished cockpit. Here we continue with unpainted PE thread, so I guess all these parts will be used for structural elements. We also have some parts for pilot seats, which is also quite nice. And again, we can check the, let's say, overall design in the installation manual. So first of all, you will be assembling this rear wall of the cockpit out of PE parts, and there are a lot of stuff going on to this part, so be sure to check the alignment of all these elements. And here on the opposite side you can see how the pilot seat will be actually upgraded with these PE parts. The same goes for this instrument panel, and here we continue with the central console and some other parts in the cockpit. So this is really impressive in my opinion, but again it will require all the special tools which you have, such as tweezers and maybe CA glue applicators. So this release should be already available, and I definitely recommend it to all experienced modelers who would like to get even more from their build. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!